Patty, and I'm back. I know it's getting bad when I have some of you private message me and ask me if I'm still alive. I am. It's just that my life has been really crazy lately. I think I told you maybe in my last video that we were getting ready to get busy, some little trips planned, and so we're in the middle of all those. And then to throw another iron into the fire, I guess, I will tell you that we have purchased a vacation condominium in Florida. And so we're getting ready to close on it. We thought we would have already closed because we were paying cash and we thought it would just be a really smooth process, but there turned out to be some issues with the final inspection. It's a new place. I can't tell you where it is, but it is on the Gulf Coast. Let's say somewhere between Destin and Panama City. We're on the water. It's a very small little complex. It's gated. A few, maybe 3 or 4 private homes, a couple of townhomes, and about 20 condominiums. And we purchased one of the condominiums. So it's never been lived in, and so it's so exciting. It's scary, and yet it's exciting, the thought of everything. I mean, we have to buy everything. Have you thought about that? Everything. And we've decided not to really buy anything until we actually get there to go through the final inspection and sign off on it. So we're taking a few things from here, but not very much when you consider everything that we will need to get it all set up. It's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and really neat. I can't wait to show you. When we get down there, I'll film it empty, and then I will take you shopping with me, and we'll film as I put things in place and rearrange it probably about 1,000,000 times. It'll be so totally different from this place. This is real lodgy because we're sitting on top of a mountain in the woods. A real lodgy effect. So, and that's on the beach. So it's going to be different, but it's going to be fun. So I can't wait to share that with you. One thing that I wanted to talk to you about today is my new skincare routine. You know, I'm going to say something that I can't believe I'm saying, and I doubt if there are very many of us who are ever able to really say this and mean it. But, you know, for my age, I am so happy with my skin right now. I think my skin is in as good of shape as it's been in since I can remember. It's been a couple of months ago, I think I shared with you that I have started making my own vitamin C serum. I use my little P-Touch to put vitamin C on it right there. I learned how to do this from Tammy. And if you don't know who Tammy is, I bet you do, but if you don't, I'll put her information right down here. But Tammy talked about making vitamin C serum, and she gave the recipe with 3 different strengths. And since I had been using vitamin C already, I decided to just bump myself right up to that top strength. And do you know, my skin tolerated it really well. I am loving this. I make it fresh every single week. I make just enough to last me for the week. I want to show you what I was using in the way of vitamin C before then. I was using the Serious Skincare Vitamin C, and I'm sure this is a good vitamin C, but look at this. Can you see all of the oxidation? And there's a little bit left in here, and you can see how orange it is, almost brown. This is maybe 4 months old, and it's already oxidized like that. And as you know, when it starts to oxidize, it loses its potency. So making it fresh every day. This is truly more like a serum. It has that consistency, whereas mine is more like water. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I've started doing this really since I did a video on the Dr. Oz show where he talked about using vitamin C and retinol, that those pretty much were the only two products that you really needed on your face. So let me show you exactly what I'm doing and what I'm using in addition to this. As soon as I cleanse my face, I use my vitamin C morning and night, the serum. Then I use both morning and night. Let me put my glasses on. This is the Rock Deep Wrinkle Serum, Retinol Complexion. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, morning and night. At nighttime, I'm using the Deep Wrinkle Night Cream in the Rock. Daytime, again, Vitamin C Serum, the Rock Retinol Serum, and for daytime, I'm using the Deep Wrinkle Daily Moisture. This is with sunscreen and an SPF of 30. And then in addition to that, right now, because I had this is what I'm using right now, I'm using the Ulla Henriksen Protect the Truth sunscreen with an SPF. It says 50 plus. So this daytime, and that's all I'm doing. Nothing else, absolutely nothing else. And as I said, my skin not only feels so much better, it looks so much better without makeup. Now, if you saw that early video, it was back when I first started, a year ago when I first started doing videos here on YouTube. I showed you without my makeup one day this really big sunspot. It was about the size of a quarter and pretty dark here, had another one here, and a few little small ones right in here. The sun coming in through my car window every day for years and years and years caused this. These are pretty much entirely gone. The great big one that's about the size of a quarter, or was, right here you can just barely see the rim of it. Other than that, it's gone. These are pretty much completely gone. Now, I know, and you know, that these sunspots and age spots never really truly go away because they're so deep in our dermis, but you can fade the outer layers of them, and that's what this has done. That's what this is for. I'm sure what I'm doing, because I'm using the strongest strength that Tammy gave us to use, probably has more vitamin C in it than this does. So, but this, from day one, it did not irritate my skin at all. I suggest, if you want to try making your own vitamin C serum, that if you've not, especially if you've not been using a vitamin C, you might want to start with the weakest strength and go up from there after you see whether or not your skin will tolerate it. But I go for the gusto. I go for full force. I think I could even use more than that. So I am loving it. I absolutely cannot imagine that I would change my skincare at all. I know that there are a lot of more expensive products out there, but I just don't know that anything is going to help my skin the way this has. I think I told you back a while back that I tried the Neutrogena in the retinol. Just didn't like it. I didn't like the way it made my skin feel, or let me say, it did not make my skin feel soft and plump the way this does. I really do like the Rock, and it's not that terribly expensive, especially at Walgreens. You know, they run specials on it from time to time, like they do a lot of things where if you buy one, you get the other one at half price or something. And, you know, for sure that's probably the way to buy it. So I'm loving, loving, loving my skincare right now. Okay, here we go. I'm going to show you the next thing, or the other thing I've been doing lately for my skin. I have been using the Suzanne Summers Face Master for many years. Probably I've had it as long as she has been selling it. I've got the first one, used it, you know, on and off, on and off. And then when she came out with the second generation, I bought it again. I bought the new one. And I've used that on and off since. She has a third generation that I have not purchased. And the reason I haven't purchased it is, one of the things that I don't like about it is you have to do one side of your face and then you have to do the other side of your face. You can't do both sides of your face at once. I even purchased one off of Shop NBC, and I don't remember the brand, but it was just a little wand with the 2 electrodes on it. But still, you could only do one side of your face at once. So a couple of months ago, I noticed on Home Shopping one day, the today's special value was the Serious Skincare Facial Toning System. And it's called the Egg. And this is the box that it came in. It came with, you'll have to excuse me here, a DVD that is very, very, very important to watch. And it came with a little instruction book showing you all of the points where you want to use this thing. Now, you know, I've been using the Face Master for so many years, and I was just sure that I could use this egg properly, but I did go ahead and watch this little short video, and I am so glad I did, because I learned some things about it. It's what sets the egg apart from the Suzanne Summers, the Face Master, and the other one that I bought off of Shop NBC. So here is what this looks like. You can see why it's called the Egg. And let me open it for you. This comes apart. Whoops. This is just a little cradle that holds it together. And so here it is. It has the 2 little electrodes on each side. It has the on-off button right here. This controls 3 different programs. You can use either one of the 3. The little buttons on the back, something that makes this one different, once you turn it on and set your program and start to use it, you have to actually push this green button to make it start, actually, to do its thing. So what I love about this is that you're doing both sides of your face at the very same time. Can you believe that? So the very reason that I did not use the Face Master every day or even often was because I did not want to devote the time to it every day, doing this whole side and then doing this whole side. This cuts it in half. So I am loving this. Now, I haven't been using it very long. I don't expect to see huge results with this. I'm at a stage in my life where if I can just maintain what I have, I'm going to be happy. So I'm just trying to maintain. I have used this every day since I've had it, except for really just a few days when we've traveled and we've been gone for 2 or 3 days at a time, and I just didn't want to take it with me because I didn't think I would actually take the time to use it, so I didn't travel with it. But other than that, I have used it every single day. I will tell you that after I use it, I do feel a little more, my skin seems a little more plump than usual. I wear bangs so much, I really, supposedly you can raise your eyebrows and do all this stuff. I don't work there on that part of my face simply because I wear bangs. But I love this. I really do love it. I read some bad reviews on it. Some people just couldn't get it to work, and I think it was because they didn't have it in the right spots, or maybe they did not have enough of the conducting fluid, and I'll show you that in a minute. I love it. I will say that with the Face Master, you could work around your mouth and around your eyes. You couldn't really do your neck with it. This, on the other hand, you can do your neck, but she tells you not to get too close around your mouth and not to get too close up around your eyes. So that would make it different. I need to get something. I'll be right back. Two things came with this. The first one is the Facial Toning Conductive Gel, I think it's called. Yes, and that's what it looks like. A very large, 4 ounces. And the reverse lift with Argafirm Replenishing Lift Face and Neck Mask. I have used this mask. I really do like it. But the conductive gel, you do need something liquid on your face to make that thing work. And I have used this maybe once or twice, but I have a huge supply of the gel that comes with the Face Master, so I thought I would just finish that up before I really start using that. Also, I can remember many years ago Suzanne saying that she was traveling and forgot to take her gel, and she used water. And water worked just fine with it. Your face just needs to be moist. So what I've been doing mainly is I use my vitamin C, homemade vitamin C serum, and then my rock products, and that leaves my face moist enough that if I use the egg immediately, then I do not have to use any conducting gel. And I'm using that little egg, like I say, every day. I'm taking 15 minutes is what I'm allowing myself, since I can do both sides at the same time. And I either do it first thing every morning or I do it before I go to bed at night. And I just have to believe that it's helping some. I hope so, at least. Oh, and by the way, this was like $150. So not bad at all, especially if it works. So as I've said, I've been super busy. We've been on the go. We're getting ready, as I said, to head back to Florida. We're going to close on the condo and start shopping and doing everything that we need to do to get it set up properly. Then we have to come back here. Our flights to Las Vegas, the end of July, are out of here. So we have to come back here to fly out and fly back in, and then we're heading back to Florida the very next day for a couple of weeks until my husband has to start school back all over again. So we're going to enjoy this condominium as much as we can this summer. Our plan in buying it was mainly so that when my husband does retire, that we can snowbird in Florida. We'll probably spend the winters down there. Go fall, come back early spring, maybe make one trip through the summer, but we're hoping, and I think they will, that our children will use the condominium just as much as possible during the summer months. I know my daughter already has a girls' week planned, and so I feel sure that it'll be used. I think I am going to take all of my girlfriends down there for a girls' week too, maybe this fall. So we've been going so much, and we love Florida. We love that section that I told you between Destin and Panama City. It's called 30A, the highway along there, if you're familiar with it. We just love it, and we just seem to go more and more and more. So we just decided, what the heck, we would just find a condo, and we really lucked out on this one. And I know that it probably, price-wise, would have been better to have bought last year, but we didn't. But prices are really starting to climb again. The economy is really improving down there, and so real estate is starting to move. So I think if we were going to do it, now was the time to do it, so we won't regret it. I know. Thank you so much for watching. Listen, I'm on Instagram, so if you're not following me yet on Instagram, right down here. I'm on Twitter, right down here. Also, I have my blog I've been working on, and that's right down here too. I would tell you, as busy as I've been for the last few weeks, I seem to find time to post pictures to Instagram. I find time to tweet, and I have found time to post to my blog. So it really is a lot of effort to set the camera up and the lights and put makeup on, do my hair, and then upload the video and edit it and do all that you have to do to actually get it out to you guys. So if you want to hear from me, go over to my blog and subscribe to me and sign up for my newsletter. Subscribe to me on Instagram and on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, and we can stay in touch that way. I sure do appreciate you. I hope you're having a sunny day wherever you are. If it's not sunny where you are, make it sunny. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.